Hello, good evening, my name's Pete aka Hlspwns and this is Hlspwns World YouTube channel. If you've watched my previous videos you'll know very recently I visited the Goodwood Festival of Speed in Chichester. And if you've not watched my previous videos, what are you doing? Get subscribed, hit the notification bell for new and future videos and get caught up and come back to watch this video. So as you know, every other couple of years I visit the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and from where I live just outside of the centre of Birmingham, it's roughly for me about a 3-hour drive. On previous visits I have done the whole journey down in one go, being there all day and journeyed back, and it's quite a toll. It's a very long day, and I was wondering, instead of taking 3 hours to drive there, if I could fly to Goodwood Festival of Speed and land on their grass runway just by the motor racing circuit, how much quicker would it be than driving? And for this we need to turn to our virtual world and VR and X-Plane 11 with the Orbx scenery files. I just need to quickly thank Gamer Muscle for inspiring me to get back to flight simulators. So as you can see in front of us, I've just brought up Google Maps, and to make this a fair challenge, what I've done a journey from Birmingham International Airport EGBB down to the Goodwood Motor Racing Circuit in Chichester. As you can see from the Google Maps here, we have got various routes that we could take. I really wouldn't go around the M25 because that's a car park. Going down the M40 and then the M25 is just stupid. So from Birmingham it's a blast down the M40, not many speed cameras on there, and then you cut through all back roads, A roads, and you swing round Southampton and come back through. So let's jump over to X-Plane and VR. We're going to take off from Birmingham International Airport. I'm going to use some VORs to navigate the flight. What I'll do, I will take a picture of the information and I will pop that up on screen so you can see what I've done. Right, good morning and welcome to Birmingham International Airport. We are in X-Plane 11 and we're going to have a flight to the Goodwood Festival of Speed in Chichester, landing at the Goodwood Airport. We are in the Beechcraft Baron 58 aircraft, and I've picked this aircraft because if we look just behind us we have seating for 6, and when I travel to Goodwood I normally go with the family. If we get settled in, I'm using the VOR navigation to get to Goodwood. I've set a decimal 11435 and that is for the VOR CPT, and we're going to be heading 160 to pick up the VOR, and we're going to be travelling 61 nautical miles. The time is 20 to 5 in the morning. We're heading out at this time because if I would have left in the car I would have left at 4:30 to get there around 7:30. Anyway, let's get the brakes off and we're going to taxi out and we're going to head out on runway 15. Just checking that we're clear. It's a helicopter just to our right. He's just hovering at the minute. We shall head out on the taxiway. I think we're going to be a problem. So we've got the fuel tankers and the main car park on our right. We've got the main terminal just behind us, and I am keeping an eye on the helicopter that's just hovering along the runway. So we're going to be taking the green taxi lights out onto the runway threshold. And I'm just keeping my eye on that helicopter because I don't quite know where he's going at the moment. Keep going. I'm just going to keep taxiing out. And we're following the green taxiways. We've got the refueling station on our left there. So I really don't know what that helicopter's doing at the minute. Right, we need to do a left here to get to the threshold on the runway. Coventry Road is just in front of us, so we just seem to be heading along the threshold of the runway. We do seem to have another helicopter coming in. I don't quite know what's going on here at the minute. Right, we're just gonna pause here because I really don't know what he's doing. We are waiting to go. This is quite random. In all my flights I've done before, I've not seen other aircraft doing stuff. I don't know what he's holding for. Right, I don't know why that's there or what he's doing. I'm gonna start heading. Yeah, he's heading forward now. So I presume he's going to take the runway and take off. We shall taxi up to the threshold of the runway. He's coming back. I really don't understand what's happening here. Quite random. The other helicopter's gone. Really don't know why he's hovering there. Oh well. Gonna go for takeoff? No, he's heading back our way. heading to take off, so if you want to move out of the way, please. I really don't know what is going on. This is so random, I tell you. Right, I don't know whether he's going to move out our way. I'm coming to take off, mate, so clear the runway. We've been cleared to go. Right, he's staying there. So yeah, he's moving off out of the way now. So we are on the main runway and we are clear for takeoff. So let's get this flight underway because it's now 5:45. And here we go. Rotate. And we're up. We're going to be heading out over Sheldon Country Park. Golf course to our left, Marston Green to our right. Birmingham city centre just to our left over there. I'm going to keep a right of climb. We'll get up to about 2,000 or 3,000 feet. I won't go too high, just so that in the flight we can see the scenery and things. Throttle back just a little bit, so we'll keep our rate of climb at a minute. Once we get to around 2,000 feet, I should throttle it back a little bit more. We've got the, I think that's the Villa ground to the left, it's Villa Royal Blues. So I'm going to start making a left turn. Bring the nose up just a little so we're dropping slightly down there. there yet. I think that is the Villa ground just to our left there. And what we're going to do, we're going to start intercepting our vector for the VOR navigation shortly. Right, we're not going to go directly over the city centre. We're just going to head across it and then we'll cut our path back that way, clearing the airport. So the Orbx scenery is absolutely stunning. This is the True Earth UK South. Just as soon as I've cleared the outskirts of the city centre, I'm making my left turn and we'll start intercepting the VOR signal. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Right, let's make our turn. I'm not sure what that red tower is down there. I need to find that out. It's obviously something significant, but I'm not sure myself what it is. I don't know whether it's the Cadbury place. I'm not 100% sure. Right. So as we come to line up with our VOR heading, I'm dropping down a little bit again. I'm going to fly slightly past the heading, because at the minute we need to get that orange line to line up with the centre of the plane. So I'm going to fly past the heading until that starts to come in. When that centres up, we'll be dead in line with the VOR that we're trying to pick up. And our navigation here, if we look down, we are currently 61.7 nautical miles from the VOR. Slightly hazy morning this morning in the distance, sun is up there. As we travel more across the path of the VOR line, we'll see the line coming back into us. Currently straight and level at 1900 feet. Is getting closer. So we're not far away from that lining up. So we're currently travelling just at 140 knots. Now, if I can load doing. What's 140 knots in miles per hour?
That would be 161 miles per hour.
So we're currently travelling at 161 miles an hour. Now, even if you've got a supercar, there is no way you're travelling down the motorway at that speed. Not unless you're a very, very lucky person to not get a ticket. Right, I'm going to start turning back in line with the VOR now on the heading we need to pick up, because we've nearly lined up. I just want to keep around 2,000 feet so we can see the scenery. Dropping back again. Right, we'll keep the turn on, so we need to turn to intercept it. There we go. So now we've got a little bit further over. Right, now we're on our VOR heading. We've just got to keep going in this direction until the distance measuring equipment reads down to 0. And then we will slightly change our angle of VOR pickup, and we'll swap to the Goodwood airport beacon. And slightly off course there. So, taking VOR navigation, it can be a bit like chasing a white line. Thankfully for us, this is an orange line, it's not white. Chasing white lines, I think some of you would be slightly worried about that, especially as we're flying the aircraft. So we're currently heading across country, can't see any major cities or anything. It's looking pretty green at the minute, and we're currently 53 nautical miles away, so we're just going to keep heading along. Now I've got to say, this is running absolutely superb in VR. I think now that I've changed my Oculus Rift sensor settings in Device Manager so that Windows can't power save and turn them off, that's helped tremendously. But I did think with this Orbx scenery that it would be too heavy for VR and I wouldn't be able to run it, but as you can see, it's going absolutely swimmingly at the moment. And all this scenery is currently running off my NAS. I would have preferred it to be on my solid state drive, but I've actually filled that with games and VR games and other stuff. So I created a VHDX, a virtual drive on my NAS, and I've got that mapped, and I'm using that as one of another Steam store. Now something I've got to do in X-Plane is map my aircraft trim. Now I did do that earlier because I'm using an Xbox controller. I found what that was happening once I was on the ground and turning, I was altering the trim of the aircraft. So I've actually taken that off the control set at the moment, and I'm manually trimming, holding the aircraft steady myself. So this part of the flight is where we're just clocking up the miles. So the scenery is absolutely fantastic. it's true earth, all the roads, all the cities, towns, everything is absolutely accurate, and it makes flying in VR absolutely stunning. I mean, as it seems now, I feel like I really am up in the air, looking at things going on down below us. So for the video, I was going to cut the video short and sort of skip to the landing, but I've decided to do a full, sorry, because I'm in VR, I've got a table right in front of me, I keep forgetting that. I'm reaching out in front as I'm looking in the cockpit. So yeah, I am going to do the whole flight. If you don't want to watch the whole flight, don't want to listen to me rabbiting on for this long, you can just skip towards the very end of the video. But it's now 5 o'clock in the morning, and I think we left about 4:45, somewhere around that. It's a bit weird with the helicopters, I've not experienced that before, I don't quite know what they were doing. But at this speed, I reckon the total journey time is possibly about an hour. I'm just looking at the lighting. It's sun's catching that side of the plane and creating shadows. You can just see that through the window. It really does look good. I'm absolutely wowed. I started playing on flight simulators in very early days of PC. I had a Microsoft Flight Simulator, various versions. My dad really got me into it, and we used to have scenery discs and all sorts. And I've got Microsoft Flight Simulator for Steam, and I did load it up, and I haven't tried that in VR yet, but it just does not look as good as this. It just doesn't even compare. Graphically, it's nowhere near X-Plane, and I really am looking forward to the new flight simulator, and I think, as I said before, I really do hope that that comes with VR support. I'm not currently running the graphics in X-Plane at the highest setting. On one below, I think I've got 4 times anti-aliasing, but I mean, it's running absolutely sweet. Really is pretty good. So we are racking these miles away. We're now at 38.1. The only thing that would make this really superb is a better VR headset. And it's something I want to go in the future. I'm not going to go at the moment because I'm just about to get a 4K display. So that should be coming very soon. So this aircraft is a pleasure to fly. I've done a few little test flights in it, I just wanted to get used to it. Obviously it's way faster than the Cessna. The Cessna 172, you would be roughly around 80-90 knots, so we really are making some progress in this, obviously twin engined. Something I want to do in X-Plane 11 now that I've got it set up I'm actually more comfortable and happy with the setup now. With the True Earth, you start learning the local area. I mean, when I took off from the airport, I'm pretty sure I went over my dad's house. I could sort of tell from the road. That would be pretty cool. I should have to get my dad on this. He certainly deserves a go. He's not really into VR. I don't think he really understands it, and I think if I do get him to have a go on this, he'll be absolutely blown away by it. I'm going to do a bit of a right turn there. We're going slightly off course. With the VORs, as long as you don't veer off too far, you haven't got to be absolutely perfect. It just pretty much gets you into the general area. Just taking in the scenery as we go. I've highlighted the iPad thing and then the mouse went up over at it. It really is chasing the line when you're doing VOR navigation. It's very, very easy as you're looking round to slightly drift away. Very, very, very minor course corrections. So one thing I love about living in the UK is when you get out of the city, the old concrete jungles, it is an absolutely beautiful place. And there is so much of it. We often think in this country that we've got a tiny little country, and not really. The scale of it is quite vast. Over time, I want to add the other Orbx scenery files to the whole of the UK, and I want us to start doing more flights and more stuff in VR, discovering more stuff basically. Because as I've learned in the flight lessons I've had in real life, until you know the area from the air, you get up into the air in a plane, and without navigation, you're totally lost. It's so easy to completely lose your bearings. I remember the first time I had a training flight from Birmingham airport, and we took off, and my instructor says, after we turned away, "Can you tell me where the runway is?" And I got a bloody clue. And immediately he pointed it out to me. And it's just a tiny strip of grey, and I was like, I just didn't know. So we are now 25.9 nautical miles away from the first beacon. When we get that down to 0, I'm going to switch to 11475, and we will slightly change the heading on the VOR lock. It's a bit more complicated flying a plane than driving a car, especially when we're following navigation. There's a bit more to be thinking about. Obviously in real life we'd have a proper flight plan, and we'd be passed from air traffic control to air traffic control. I know you can do this in X-Plane 11, but I don't have that set up at the minute, and obviously that part of the flight would be a bit more complicated, and I doubt we'd be allowed to fly at flight level 20 across the whole country. But just as this is, a a bit of fun answering a question. We're going to stick at this height just so we can have a good look out, a good see of what's going on below, a good look at the scenery. I'm going to come back this way a bit. So for the people, I'm gone too far now, watching this video, I don't know whether, I hope you don't think this part of the flight's super boring. If you're not into flight simulators, I hope you can appreciate that how cool this is and how we are travelling, alright, it's virtually, but simulating a real aircraft. And this is true Earth scenery. This is really what was there at the time that they scanned and done all this. And also for the speed fans, I'm going to be getting back into some racing cars pretty soon. It seems like a long time since I've done any sim racing. I need to pick that back up. It's been time limited. It's hard to fit all your hobbies and enjoyments into everything, into all one little thing. But so I was going to say, for the speed freaks, we are travelling about 160 miles an hour. Right, what we need to do, we need to come to the right. So we've gone slightly off course. To come that way. Oh, so I'm going the wrong way. Counterintuitive. We need to head back this way. There we go. Because we're to right the line, we have to go head right past it, so we come back on the heading, then line back up with our heading. As James May would say, we've got a bit of buffeting at the moment. Aircraft's jumping around, we climbed 200 feet there. Just bring that back down slightly. We've got some cooling towers over there in the distance. I'd like to find out, there we go, we're lying back up now. Let's head back for that. Right, we're back on our heading. I'd be interested to find out what cooling towers they are, whereabouts they are, because currently I don't know where we are. Or what part of the country we're over. So a very big area to the left of us. And we are now we are 14.5 miles from swapping the VOR over. So we're not that far away now really. If I just refer back to my chart, we've got another about another 40 miles to go. So at our current speed, that's not much longer. So it's 5:15 in the morning. So my guess of about an hour, I think it's going to be about right. So as compared to the car, this is so much faster. Way faster than the car. So it's got cooling towers just to our left there. And now we're passing over a little built up area. I mean, a way we could have done the flight is to have followed the motorways, followed exactly where the car would have went. I need to head back this way a bit, so we're going to a little bit to the left of the line. Obviously some sort of power station. Right, so back to our heading. Oh, a bit sharply. That's 2,000 feet. Right, we are now 8.7 miles from swapping the bore over. To the right a little bit. And we're now 6.5, that is. Need to head slightly right. Yeah, we'll get this line back a bit. Sun's breaking out just to the side of us. 5.0. Well, that's it. We've picked the line up perfectly there. We're back on the line. Now 2.7. Very close to the bore now, 1.2. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause pause the simulation for a second just so I can grab the mouse. And I'm going to flip that over. And we've switched to the other VOR beacon. And for our second, if you can see it there, to Goodwood, we want a heading of 154. So let's just adjust this to 154. 160. That's the wrong way. About there, I think. Right, I'm just about to resume the flight. Just going to get the mouse out of the way. So we need to head to the right a bit to pick up the beacon. Don't want to go on too much height. Right, we'll head in this direction until that orange line lines up to the centre of the needle again. And we're now intercepting 11475, and 11475 is the Goodwood airfield beacon. And I've got the heading on 154. Just want to double check that actually. That's about right. Lose a little bit of height. Plane's lovely and lit up on that side, sun shining through. I'm going to head a bit more over just so we can chase the line a little bit more. Beginning to come back towards the centre of our line now, and we're currently 37.8 miles away from Goodwood. Now it's really weird. I'm trying to lean on that seat then when I was looking at that instrument. When you are in VR and you get enthralled in what you're doing, you do forget that you're sat on a chair. Good job I didn't lean right over there. Now, we could have used the GPS for a flight to Goodwood, but I haven't done that. I wanted to keep it instrument flight rules and use the VOR for the navigation. So obviously, not all modern aircraft have got GPS. slightly now to inset our heading. Back to 2,000 feet. Certainly gets hot in VR after you've been in it for a while. I've got a fan blowing on there. Hopefully I'll stop picking up on the mic too much. Flying over a town or area, I don't quite know what area it is. So we're now at 5:25 in the morning. So we've been coming up to just about an hour. 10 minutes time, we've been flying for an hour exactly, and we are 25.7 miles away. We're just going to be passing over an airfield. I'm not sure what this airfield is, but it's got 3 runways. This isn't Goodwood. Goodwood's a grass airfield, and we've still got a little bit to go yet. I'll climb slightly. In real life, I don't think they'll be too happy with me passing over at 2,000 feet. But I say this isn't a super serious flight. I'm not sure if that's a military base or it's civil aviation. But we're flying right over the top of it. now 19.8 miles away. And if I'm right on the sat nav, I think that should be Goodwood coming up in front of us. We need to go a little bit to the left, so we've drifted over slightly. Absolutely stunning. I keep saying this, but I still really am blown away. I'm slightly offside to my sensors. I think what I need to do, if I do any more flights again in future, is go in front of the sensors, because it is slightly glitching, only a little bit. But it's still more than playable. Don't want to lose too much altitude just yet. Buffeting, prefer the plane yawing around then. Right, I think that is Goodwood directly ahead of us. So when I bought the True Earth Orbx scenery for X-Plane 11, I've also bought the the Goodwood airfield and representation of the track. So when we come into land, we'll be able to see it in all its stunning scenery. small lake at Goodwood, or just not far away. That's how we can tell we're near the airport. Start thinking about dropping some height and speed. One layer of flapstone. We need to turn, so we're coming off Corsair. Right, we're currently 3.9 miles. And I think the airfield is going to be coming up on our right. Actually, there it is, directly in front of us. I think we're a little bit high to come in at this angle. We'll just give it a second, just wait for it to load. So we're a little bit high there. There we are. Directly in front of us is the Goodwood airfield. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head over. This is Chichester, just directly in front of us. I'm going to head over the central Chichester. There's the little area of water that I was on about. And we're going to loop round so we can land that way down on the runway. Well, there we go, we're here. That's took us just about an hour. And we are practically arrived at our destination. Just to our left down there is the, I think it's 3 runways. One main centre one, and one across the middle. I don't know if you could actually land on that one, that's a bit short. It's marked as a runway. So we're just going to head over town centre. Just watch our height, we are descending slowly. Landing gears down. There's the church or cathedral at Chichester. Full flaps on now. There is the sea. Start our turn, slow turn round. I think there's Bognor Regis up over that way. To our left. The reason there's a voiceover at this part of the video is because on my very first landing at Goodwood, it went completely wrong. I come in a little bit too high, overestimated the stopping distance on the grass runway, and also not configured the brakes correctly on my controller. When I say I hadn't configured them correctly, I realised afterwards that it's a click to put them on and a click to take them off, and I've got that on separate sides of the Xbox controller. But in my first landing I ended up careering off the very end of the runway, skidding across the racetrack, and luckily I must have the settings on not to crash. I would have been in a big mess. Now there's no way I was going to end the video like that, so what I did, I took back off from Goodwood and went around, done a loop around, and then come back in for what you would see in the video as a normal landing. And I was so concentrating on getting it right the second time round, I completely forgot to talk. I was honed in, I was getting my passengers down exactly as you should. So I've spliced the video together just as we've gone to the right of Chichester and Goodwood airfield coming up on our left. I dropped a fair bit of height. I found with this Baron aircraft that 3 full levels of flap, it's difficult to fly the plane. It seems a lot more settled when the flaps are in the centre, and as you can see from that shot there, the flaps are down. Gotta say, the graphics in X-Plane 11 are stunning, and in VR it's pretty much like racing simulators. It's as close as you're going to get to the real thing of flying without flying. And we're doing our left turn now, coming in for the final approach. I keep doing the left turn till we're lined up on the runway, and this is where the serious concentration really come in. And I'm just going to leave the voiceover from here for a minute, and I'll let you enjoy the landing because we're now lined up. There we go, that's how it should have been done, that's how we land. And I got the braking sorted. That's how we should touch down at Goodwood. So what I'm going to do now we're down and we've landed correctly this time, I'm just going to pull up over by the hangars on the left, join all the other people that are already here. I do apologise for my absolutely appalling landing before. I just rectified myself a little. We need to get a bit of power on to get up this short incline. And this is the Goodwood airfield. It's absolutely stunning. That over there is the beacon that we were intercepting to get to the runway. It's modelled really, really well. And look at the buildings and the grass. So a slight detour after our bad crash landing, but roughly just, I'd say about an hour to get to Goodwood in an aeroplane. So people have come here in the Cessnas and the other bits and pieces. I shall stick it over here, I think. Another Beechcraft there, actually. We'll stick it here. Wings don't catch the front of that. Park it next to this one. Turned in. Get this shut down. Look at that one. And we are there and off. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. If you got this far, that was the flight to Goodwood. So we've proved that faster than the car, way faster than the car, but I certainly need to get my approach sorted next time. Right, I'm going to jump out of this because it's hot in this VR headset and I'm tired because it is now, it is, bloody hell, it's 12:30. Probably why I blame that on my appalling landing. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next one.